some money on me. Yeah, the time will be now. Put some money on me. I'm getting it how. I'll never go back, never look back. I will tear off the crown. This is my winning run. Put some money on me. Yeah, the time will be now. Shut up, knocking on all doors, buddy. Not good, but I won't know. 'Cause I'm not the one to stay. Let my head start again. Put some money on me. Yeah, the time will be now. Put some money on me. I'm getting it how. I will never go back, never look back. Tear off the crown. This is my winning run. Put some money on me. Yeah, the time will be now. I'm getting lost in my dreams. A step away from falling. Am I too scared to dive in this light? There's no way I could hold back. The urge I'm feeling is burning. I'm getting lost in my dreams. A step away from falling. Am I too scared to dive in this light? I can't keep on containing the pressure in me calling. Put some money on me. Yeah, the time will be now. Put some money on me. I'm getting it how. I will never go back, never look back. I will tear off the crown. This is my winning run. Put some money on me. Yeah, the time will be now. Put some money on me. Put some money on me. I'll make it anyhow. I'll never go back, never look back. I will tear off the crown. This is my winning run. This is my winning run. Woo-hoo.
This co-op builds communities. At City Market, we work with over 4
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the All-Star Race here live on True Sim Productions. My name is Chris. Joining me as always, Tanner Marr. Tanner, how are you tonight, buddy?
I am doing good. I'm a chicken running around with his head cut off, though. I am being pulled multiple directions, but I am excited. It's the All-Star Race, and we're joined tonight by somebody special, somebody new.
Yeah, somebody very new. You coined him. Catch you up, man. It's Cody Heinzman. Wow, I almost went with Corey Sherman. That's the other teammate. Cody, welcome up into the booth. Driver of the number 51. Of course, this is the open portion of the race. You don't need to be out there right now. What are you watching for tonight?
Well, thanks for the welcome in, Chris and Tanner. It's really exciting to be up here with you guys. I've always had a little itch on the inside to try out broadcasting, so to have the opportunity to be here for the Open is really cool, especially to get that other perspective, outside of just what I'm able to see, behind my wheel or in practice sessions, kind of watching what other people are doing and then trying to mimic it. But, fully from the, I'm calling the race perspective, I think it could definitely open the door and kind of open my eyes to some things that I wouldn't see otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking at the track right now. The car seems to be relatively well handled. It's a short track and there's not a lot of cars out there right now, but I know you've done some practicing. Look, I always read your messages. It's no surprise to anybody that I'm in the TNA chat still. What did you find during your practice? Why don't you elaborate on how the car feels?
Well, in the session earlier in the day, the first thing that I noticed was that the car overall had a feeling of just being really lazy, I guess is the best way to put it. Whether it's on entry, through middle, and a little bit less on exit, but whatever you tried, it just felt like the car was a little late to respond to that. So it's going to be interesting to see how some of the drivers here in the Open and then how the rest of us later on tonight are going to adapt with a setup that wants to do that, right? You really got to get on top of the car and kind of make it work, whereas in recent weeks, we've seen cars that are a little too unstable. We've kind of gone the other direction this week.
All right, well, there we are. The car is a little lazy. It's a perfect way to describe a car that may be handling okay. It just takes a second for it to get there. And certainly on these short tracks, you're on the brakes, you're on the steering wheel a little bit more than what we would normally be accustomed to. And we're going to see, maybe not so much here in the Open just because of how many cars are going to be in, but we're going to see some pretty decent battles here, and I believe we're going to be able to see a couple of side-by-sides. Now, that inside line, I believe, is going to be the preferred line all night long, but like any track, if you can get the inside line and you have nobody to your outside, you can float it out towards the wall. Well, that's the quickest way around.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sorry, Cody. I just want to say, during this whole thing here, I'm watching Taylor Butcher Benjamin right now, and he is laying down some lap times. If he can keep this up, he's a lot.
Yeah, to go with that. I was sorry, Tanner. I just wanted to throw in there because Chris mentioned the same thing that I was noticing, and a lot of it comes down to shifting. That is one thing I noticed earlier, was if you could find the right spots to shift, it can help you kind of combat that laziness in the car. That's something that I think we're seeing TBB do extremely well. So I've definitely got my eye on him for this Open event, and it'll be interesting to see who decides to and not to shift, because there is a trade-off in the rear tires.
So I think looking at TBB right now, I think it's kind of a shock that he's even in this Open, right? I didn't even really notice it. And I mean, a peek behind the curtain, I was the one that helped put together the All-Star race and who made it, who didn't, all that, right? I was shocked to realize when I joined in here tonight, also messed up as a driver, but nonetheless, that TBB was in the Open. I just kind of figured he would be locked into the future, ready to go.
Well, with that being said, what were the qualifications that you used, Tanner? Let's let the people know. How did they make the main race, and how did they find themselves in the Opens?
So it's similar to what NASCAR does in real life, I believe. Maybe a little different, but here, past season champions, the past 3 years, they get a automatic bid. and then your pole award winners this season and race winners this season. So we had a total of 14 that was actually eligible to make it. And like we mentioned, or you mentioned earlier, Cody Heisman, he is going to be one of them drivers, hopefully 20 of them in the All-Star Race feature after the Open here.
All right, and you mentioned it, so let's go ahead and talk about them. Our sponsors. You said the pole award. Well, there's plenty of others to go around. How about the title sponsor, Ohio and Indiana Racing, our halfway leader, brought to you by Blackhawk Motorsports. Our special event sponsor is Butt Kicker. TeamSpeak, provided by Priority Auto. I happen to know they're in South Burlington, Vermont. Michael Falk, Racing Designs. He provides the pole award. And Five Kings, putting on those practice sessions every single week. Can't thank them enough. Honest to God, this show doesn't happen quite the way it does without the sponsors, so we can't thank you enough. Really do appreciate it. Out there in YouTube land, we thank you for joining us here during the broadcast of the Open, and it looks like we're getting ready to do maybe a little qualifying.
As we get into qualifying, we were expecting about 10 to 12 cars out here tonight for the Open. It's looking like we have 6 right now, so I believe all these cars will transfer to the feature. So
That's
they're racing
cool.
basically for bragging rights and $10 tonight.
Bragging rights, $10, and a little bit of practice at race pace. Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
A big point.
Yeah, hey, Taylor Butcher Benjamin out there on track, along with Gordon Larson Jr. We'll stick with the 10 car. He was laying them down quick during practice. We'll see if he can continue that trend here during qualifying. TBB working his way through 3 and 4. There's a lot of time where you're off the gas here. My Lord, but that first lap of 19:15, I almost guarantee you his second lap was going to be quicker than that. Gordon Larson launches
One
into
thing
second.
I really enjoy about watching TBB's line here as he comes across the line and just beats that first lap by quite a bit. It's his exit. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but the way he's taken that late arc and getting that launch down each straightaway just looks extremely comfortable behind the wheel.
Well, it's short track racing, right? So the quicker you can make it a straight line onto the front stretch or the back stretch, the better off you tend to be. You're going to carry more speed. And that's just the way it is on short track racing. Larry Bell tonight, at least in the Open, going to be running the 43. That's okay. He will get back into the 4, I'm sure, for the Open. How about Philip Van Vliet? Van Vliet in the 89 out there for a lap 2, rounding through turns 3 and 4 right now. The 89 was a little bit slow. Larry Bell picks off the lead. Larry Bell picks off the pole from TBB.
Good lap from Larry right there. He's the short track guy. He loves the short tracks. That's his bread and butter. He's going to be faster tonight.
Philip Van Vliet picking off a third. Sam Lawson coming out on track to do his qualifying run. Hunter Lagunas a little bit late to join, but Hunter Lagunas joining us as well.
I'm interested to see what the governor can do here. He's been looking forward to this race, DMing me, talking to me about it. I know he's excited for tonight's race.
Coming off from a race win earlier in the day, he was excited to tell everybody about it.
True story. I was there. He's running a little bit higher than what we saw TBB doing in the 10.
And I think he's going to... Oh, no, he doesn't. Kind of lets it float up a little bit on the high side. Big arc. That's going to slow him down. Yeah, just not able to keep it down where I would expect it to be. And then around he goes to finish off his lap number 2, a 19:06 for Sam Lawson.
That wasn't a bad lap. One thing I don't think I heard him shifting, so that could be part of feeling that car getting a little lazy and why he couldn't get it down on the bottom.
Yeah, very, very true. So the number 27 going to step out on track. It's going to be scored as a 73 here during the Open, but that is the 27 of Hunter Lagunas. and into the wall he goes. So not a good start. Lucky for him, he had not crossed the line. He gets to go all over again. Hunter taking it way up high. That's what I expect to see before you start this lap. And here we go. Green flag's out for a qualifying run. And whoa, way too high. Oh, I don't like that. And he doesn't either. He's going to say, nope, no more. That Mustang just a little too tight. Made its way up into the wall. All right, Hunter, one more shot at this. Technically, you are in lap number 1. Lagunas rounding through 3 and 4, a little bit better that time. Still a little wiggle in the front end, though. Through 1 and 2. That car's just not happy. He's overdriving it into the corner, I believe.
As I wish I could really watch qualifying the correct way, but me joining as a driver, I cannot. So I'll take your word for it now.
Well, his only real time that he was able to put down a 19.22, going to be starting in 7th spot. And with 7, I believe that means somebody goes home tonight, Tanner. Is that right?
That's what we're trying to figure out right now. I was talking with Mark. I think Stephen T. Johnson, who is supposed to be in the main, he's not going to be able to make it. So I think it may be 7 now. We'll know for certain by the time this race is over. If you're not in that other session, then you're not racing, basically. That's the way we're going to put it.
All right. Well, there we go. We got 7 drivers. We've got about, 4 minutes or so to kill. I believe this is probably all that's going to show up here for tonight's race. So we'll see. But with 4 minutes to kill, big surprise, especially when we were watching practice, Larry Bell able to nudge out the 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Bell in the 43, going to be starting on the pole with a 18.98. Just good enough to get past Butcher Benjamin. Guys, you had to go out to the 3rd digit after that decimal point and able to find the difference.
Yeah, I was wondering because mine, they are exactly tied, but that's a very, very strong starting row. So there may only be 6, 7 cars in here right now, but there's still a lot of talent here. I'm going to be watching the governor, see what he can do. He's going to be rolling off 4th. We saw the junker come in, right? He's going to be starting 7th, but his qualifying laps was basically his practice lap. So he's due to get better. I'm expecting a good race here. But yeah, you touched on it, man. Larry Bell, shout out to him, putting it on the pole here for the Open. I think all these guys are making it, but they are racing for, like I mentioned a while ago, $10.
Yeah, Larry Bell, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, or the Butcher, or TBB, or TBB's got more nicknames than most people do. Let's see, Philip Van Vliet, Sam Lawson, Trevor Harmon, Gordon Larson in the double lot, going to be starting in 6th spot, and then Hunter Lagunas starting in 7th. Tanner, you should just go out there and run a lap. I know.
I'll save the embarrassment.
I know for a fact that your steering wheel's hooked up, so you might as well do it.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's
My pedals are not. I do love North Wilkesboro, though. I do love this track. It's a tough track. There's no lights here, so you're always having to do a daytime race. So that means the track's always going to be hot and slick and greasy, like it is tonight, right? But y'all did mention, or Cody mentioned, just how the car's lazy. I'm going to ask, is it like a tight feeling? Because I wasn't really seeing a whole lot of cars spin out during the happy hour.
It can be. It depends on how you're driving it, and the most that you'll feel it is on entry, in the sense that the nose just doesn't want to go where you want it to go as quick as you want it to go there, right? But then on exit, it's not really tight. It's more of like a tight on entry, just doesn't want to get settled sort of feeling. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some guys taking a really big swing with things like the bias and whatnot.
Well, right now, outside temperature 72 degrees, track temperature 94. The old girl, she's a little warm. If it warms up anymore, expect this car to get a little bit tighter than it has been, and you're going to see these cars kind of float up towards the wall a little bit more than they have been. There are ways to kind of counter that, but, well, we'll just leave that to the drivers.
I think there's a great opportunity tonight in the Open and then continuing on to the later event for some of these guys who don't really get to run in the clean air as much, at least lately, whether it's due to just being a little unlucky this season or not finding the speed in the car, what have you, right? We see Larry Bell getting onto the pole here and kind of surprising us with that speed, just edging out Taylor there. But this would be a great opportunity for some of these guys to be running in clean air, kind of battling for the race lead, getting that experience going into the event later to then probably give them a little more momentum than the rest of us.
Yeah, with about 15 seconds to go, we are getting ready to grid up these cars. All the practice is done for the evening. We are getting ready to bring on the racing action. There's going to be plenty of it here tonight.
And remember, 40 straight laps, no caution. They wreck. Oh, well. Get it going. Get it back going.
Well, we've talked about it a few times, but now we're going to do it official. It's time to go through the grid. On top, taking the pole award, it's going to be the number 43 here tonight of Larry Bell. 2 is outside the 10 car out of MFRD Racing. It's going to be Taylor Butcher Benjamin out of TNA Motorsports. Starting inside row number 2, it's the 89, the Lone Dutchman, Philip Van Vliet. 2 is outside. It is the driver out of 5 Kings Motorsports, the number 24 of Sam Lawson. Trevor Harmon going to pick up a 5th starting spot in his number 29, and 2 is outside, double lot, Gordon Larson Jr. Hunter Lagunas going to pick up the shotgun on the field because Tanner Marr, he ain't racing.
Way to go.
I love it.
It makes it even worse that I was telling people in the moment when I came in here to make sure to join as a spectator.
Yeah. Seven cars get set to do battle. 40 laps.
So Cody, let me ask you. We're in the feature, right? You joined us here for the Open, but I want to get into the mind of the driver. You've won 4 races this season. You've obviously coming off of a win, so you got the momentum. Would you wish or prefer tonight to be a points race versus an all-star race?
Me personally, I really like how it's set up for tonight. Every so often, whether it's an off week or an event like the All-Star Race, where you kind of get that break from the constant, week in, week out stress of the points and the standings and the looming playoffs and all of that kind of stuff, right? Like, it's great over a season, but if you can kind of space out those mental breaks of it, I think it works out really well, at least for me personally. I know there's other drivers like Dylan, for example, who's out there just really wishing for points because Dylan's in a much tighter situation than I am, right? But I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, I'm looking forward to any kind of racing action, and thankfully, it's Sunday. We've got you locked down right here on True Sim Productions, getting ready to go green for the first time here tonight during the Open. Larry Bell, TBB, lining up. Pace car lights off already. It's not going to be long before the green flag drops. Next time by, it will be green, and the 43 up top has got his hands full of the 10 to his outside. Bell, TBB. That's going to be the storyline early on in this one. Green flag falls. Larry Bell dives into turn 1. The 89 gets a little loose behind him. Philip Van Vliet trying to pick up second spot. Got a little loose coming through the corners 1 and 2, but gets it back together. The 10 car on the outside rolls.
40 laps, they'll go by quick. I'm sorry, Chris, to walk over you there, but they'll go by quick. You see these guys are fighting for every little piece of track position they can off the start. This is the only start. No cautions, no mulligans, no do-overs.
You rep, you go to pits, that's it. Philip Van Vliet has dropped a couple of positions. He had made his way up to second spot, now back to fourth. We're looking at the 00. Gordon Larson hanging out on the way outside. Hunter Lagunas works the inside. Lagunas now gets to the back bumper of the 29.
Yeah, you saw that left front lock up for the 27.
Oh, look out! Lagunas! Oh, it gets worse. The 29 goes into the wall. Trevor Harmon able to keep it going. And with no cautions, we're still under green. Sam Lawson in the 24 to the inside of the lone Dutchman. Philip Van Vliet was battling, trying to take that third spot away. Couldn't quite do it. Van Vliet still in fourth.
Jumping on board with some of our race leaders, I'm already noticing a difference here. We've got Taylor, the Butcher Benjamin. He's shifting every corner, and Larry Bell, the race leader, he is not shifting. So we're going to see Taylor actually make a move to the outside, try to go the long way around.
Yeah, Larry Bell's struggling right here. The 10's definitely faster than the 43 car right now and able to make a pass. So new leader out front, TBB, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin.
Yeah, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, by virtue of shifting, using that right rear tire just a little bit more, finding some extra grip, finding a little bit more speed, and the 10 car able to get around Larry Bell. Bell still holding on to second, but Sam Lawson is working on getting to that rear bumper, the 24, just up about a half a lane, maybe enough, we'll see as the laps wind down. Already working lap number 8. TBB made the pass, and he is gone. Already a 0.6 of a second lead over Larry Bell. TBB may be a factor here later on tonight. Constance, how are you, hon? I'm glad to see you. Sam Lawson looking for an entry point underneath that 43. Not going to come easy. The 43 of Bell able to keep it down just low enough, I think, to cover up that bottom side of the track.
I think Lawson wants to get that second spot away as quick as he can. He sees TBB getting smaller out the front windshield of the 24 and the 43, so that means he's extending the lead.
Hey, another thing to keep in mind is one of our best tire savers in the league, Philip Van Vliet. He's running fourth right now. He's close enough to the lead to really have that play in late in this race if he can run it right.
I don't know if... look, this is a short run. It's 40 laps. I don't know how much tire saving you got to do here. Yes, some. I believe some. And it might pick him into the top 3. Is he going to catch TBB? No way. He's gone.
Yeah, I think TBB's got this. It's going to come down to beating himself, if anything.
Yeah. And we did see that a couple of times during practice, or at least I did. I saw TBB do a couple of little self-spins, but during practice and during race, I think are two different drivers for anybody. And, yeah, he's got this thing locked in pretty good right now. Larry Bell second. Sam Lawson's actually lost a little bit of time to Larry Bell right now, guys. He's backing up to Philip Van Vliet.
As jumping on board here with the 43 Larry Bell, I just rode around with him. He has started shifting, and he's actually, from the eye test, looks to be a little quicker than the 10, but we've already taken lap number 15. This race is going by super quick. 40 laps is quick here.
Gonna have to get those eyes adjusted just a little bit, bud, because last time by, Larry Bell about 1/10 of a second slower than TBB. But he is separating himself from Lawson and Van Vliet. So Bell on to something now that he's shifting. We'll see what happens between him and Sam Lawson. Can he put a little gap there? I mean, TBB's 1.6 seconds in the lead now. I mean,
He's checked.
just
TBB's
gone.
checked out. Yep.
Trevor Harmon, the car that earlier got into the fence just a little bit ago, at the tail end of the field, has basically decided that this is going to be a practice session for him at this point. Gordon Larson, the double lot. Again, kind of hanging in the back here in the 6th spot. 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, all within striking distance of each other. Hunter Lagunas has a little bit of damage to the front of that Ford. Almost looks like it hit a telephone pole or something.
Hunter the Junker.
TBB halfway home. 20 down, 20 to go.
It's a Sunday drive for the 10th. I mean, he is just on cruise control here.
You know, at
He
this
is.
point, go ahead, Cody.
I was gonna say he is, but I've been watching the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th place battle, and I think this might heat up quite a bit for 2nd and 3rd place coming to the end. You know, not that there's anything much more than the bragging rights on the table, but nobody's pulled away from each other, and it looks like they're all kind of coming together towards the end.
I have been around racing for all but about 2 weeks of my life. And I will tell you, there's not a single race car driver that wouldn't take a pass if the opportunity presents itself. These three are close enough. It could happen.
Yeah, it looks to me like in parts of the race, Larry Bell can figure out a consistent line that works for him, and at others, it seems like he's kind of struggling to find that. Right now, I think we're kind of seeing him find that groove, find that rhythm, and he's kind of pulling away from the 24, whereas earlier, he kind of came back to them once he, you know, kind of lost that rhythm a little bit. So this might open the door for the 24 to maybe slip up just a little bit. I've seen his rear end step out a couple times on entry, and Philip's been keeping the pressure on his rear bumper.
Yeah, Van Vliet is certainly very consistent driver. He always has been. You don't really see a lot of bobbles out of the 89 as far as the line that he wants to pick. That being said, he has still got to try and get to the back bumper and then set up the pass. Getting there and passing, two different things, and the 89 is trying to figure it all out right now. Hunter Lagunas lets it sail through the corner just a little bit. Maybe got a little tight as he was very slow in the middle of that corner, waiting for the car to turn.
We know how Tanner's eyes are doing, but how are my eyes doing, Chris? Because it looks to me like the 10's coming back to the 43 a bit.
It is very close, I'm going to tell you. Last time by, both second and third and fourth quicker than our leader. So second, third, and fourth starting to put it down. And TBB may have used up all the good on the Goodyear.
And back to my eyes. According to my driver's license, I am legally blind. So I have an excuse.
All
There
right,
we have
fair
it.
enough. Fair enough.
Guess that explains why he joined in as the 4.
Just messed it all up. Messed it all up.
Larry Bell looks like he's starting to separate a little bit from the 24 and the 89. And what we thought was going to become a battle, guys, I don't know. Maybe Van Vliet can catch the 24, maybe not. But at this point, I'm going to say that, you know, since Trevor Harmon touched the wall, there's been nothing on this track short of racing.
Yeah, nobody really making any mistakes, which is a little surprising to me based on what I've seen at practice from these guys and also from people who are already locked into the final event. Everyone kind of stepping up and running consistent here.
I'll be totally honest. I was halfway scared coming into tonight, just based off the past few weeks on how the cars felt for y'all. Y'all have been wrecking loose just about every week. I figured tonight would be no difference, but they definitely look to have a lot more grip out here tonight.
Yeah, and you know, it's not great in the sense that it's a pretty lazy car. I think if we hadn't come off multiple straight weeks of a really loose, hard to handle car, people might be a little more upset, but even with myself, I think some of us are just relieved to not have that for a week, even if it's kind of more on the tight side, you know?
Now, Lori, your go mark is just a little premature. He's going to be in the second show, though. So keep around.
Yes, once this race concludes, what do you think, Chris? 10, 15 minutes maybe? We'll be dark here. Have some music rolling in the background, but we will be getting set up and geared to go for the All-Star Feature event. 200 laps here, 20 drivers. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, we're going to hope to make that transition just as quickly as possible for everybody.
I mean, I know as a broadcaster, we're supposed to paint that picture like anything can happen, right? But I think the 10 car's probably got this one signed, sealed, delivered. It would be a big mistake out of him now, and he's not accustomed to making those normally.
Yeah, we don't typically see TBB make any really big mistakes, which is probably why he's having the season that he is. Certainly an all-star caliber type season, even if he didn't make it right to the race. 2 laps to go, popsicle sticks flying in the air. White flag is out for TBB. Just a quick little jaunt now for TBB as he is cruising around. Last time he was the quickest car on the track. Him and Hunter Lagunas actually tied. Checkered flag starts to fly. Our race winner gonna be TBB, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Larry Bell, Sam Lawson come home second and third. Fourth belongs to Philip Van Vliet. Fifth, Hunter Lagunas. Gordon Larson in the double aught, gonna be 6th, and Trevor Harmon picks up that 7th place finish. We're gonna see if we can grab our open winner here before he goes off to Never Neverland. He's not even in here, so we're not gonna be talking to him. We're not gonna be talking to anybody. Cody, it was great to have you up in the booth, but now it's time to start getting ready to strap into your car.
Absolutely, Chris. It was a lot of fun. Even though we had a bit of a quiet race there, it's always good to be able to kind of see the races from a different perspective. And instead of watching the broadcast after the fact, being here with you guys is a really cool change.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun for us too, bud. Congratulations on the season you've had so far. And good luck tonight from one teammate to another.
Well, thank you. Let's see if I can put on a show tonight.
TNA teammate Cody Heinzman getting ready to go strap into his car. We're going to step away for just a moment. I'll put up some music so that we can transfer everything. And next up, it is going to be the actual all-star race. All the stars, all the action coming to you live here on True Sim Productions. right, here we go, getting ready for the actual All-Star race. The Open is done. So far, the 48 quickest out there for happy hour. Mark Arthur, Jamie Walker, John Perkins, and Austin Edstrom. Your top 5 quickest drivers out there so far. Want to go ahead and thank everybody one more time for joining us here on True Sim Productions. It's going to be a heck of a night. Tanner's got some stuff planned up for you.
There's so much going on here. There's so much going on on the backside of it right now. I got 2 different people talking to me, but I'm excited, man. 200 laps here at this place. The questions, sending people to the back. It's gonna be a doozy.
Yeah, so I'll elaborate just a little bit on that. There will be questions posed to the drivers here tonight. You get it wrong, you go to the back. That's basically the way it's gonna go.
Absolutely. But not only do you go to the back, the driver that was in front of you and the driver that was behind you at the time of caution, they also go to the back. And how are we going to determine who gets asked the question, Chris? What are we going to do?
Oh, well, we're going to go ahead and I'll show you. I'll show you exactly what we're going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, you got it up on the screen right now. It's the giant wheel. Right now, 16 would get it. That would be Gordon Larson Jr.
So I would then ask him, come over to the iRacing comms, ask him a BPL related question. I got 30 questions typed out here on my PC. I got 15 current season 9 questions to ask these drivers, and I have 15 history questions to ask these drivers. There's been 9 seasons of Blazing Pedals. So there's a lot of history out there. Those questions are going to tend to be harder, but it's just the luck of the draw. Whatever it lands on, and whoever it lands on, we will be asking them the hard questions.
We've got a special award that's going to be given out tonight, maybe. We've got all kinds of stuff that's happening here tonight.
And I also want to shout out Speed Mafia, John Perkins and gang. They're the ones that footed most of the bill for us tonight. I'll just be completely transparent. Speed Mafia, John Perkins just stepped up out of nowhere to sponsor the event. So shout out to them for helping make tonight happen. Got some money on the line. I think $65 for the race winner. And the top 5 finishers will actually be paid here tonight.
Yeah, and you guys all know this, or maybe you don't. But on iRacing, when there's money involved, oh boy.
It gets crazy.
Look at this. We have not seen this guy on track in a dog's age. But it's Kyle Wellman in the 42. Look out, everybody.
My question is, Chris, is it the Wheelman or is it the Wild Man?
Well,
Which
you
one
don't.
Is it tonight?
Yeah, you don't
Never
know.
really know.
And it can change from lap to lap. Hell, it can change from corner to corner.
The 42, though, I love seeing him back here with us.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time having that car out there. Of course, we got Taylor Butcher Benjamin, winner of the Open race earlier on. Cody Heinzman, he joined us in the booth, and right now, Heinzman, he's going to have to find some speed because he's marred back in the 13th quickest spot.
Do want to touch base that all the drivers that advance here from the Open, yes, they're in the show, but they are not allowed to qualify. So we know the 10 car has good speed, right? He won the Open. He's going to be starting in the back of this field, Chris, so that's going to be a task in and of itself.
Well, it sure is. Sim Racing Dad, yeah, you know what? Neither can we. It's going to be a lot of fun to put this one on here tonight. It's going to be good times.
You know, hyping this event up this week and stuff, Chris, I've basically described it as it's going to be a gimmick, right? Don't take it too serious. Come out here and have some fun. And I think that's exactly what these 20 drivers are going to have out here tonight, and I think that's what me and you are going to have in the booth.
Yeah, I always have fun, but yeah, this is going to be a little bit different. And I like this Dylan Banks throwback car. Dang it.
You know, I'm torn on it. I love the car. I love what he's throwing it back to, clearly. But the 48 on it's just a little weird to me, but hey, I get it.
Yeah, it just doesn't look the same without the giant Well, I can't say that. Rooster. We'll go with Rooster.
Right. Okay.
On the
I
hood.
see. I see where you. Okay. Got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I also want to say hi, Miss Lori. Hi, Miss Connie out there in viewer land. Hope you two had a great weekend as always. We had a busy one here. It seems like, Chris, on these weeks when you have a vacation, when you come back the next week, it's usually like punishment for going on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I only do it about once every 5 years or so.
I feel that. I feel that in my soul.
Well, Annie, we do have the ability to kick this thing forward at some point, right? I'm thinking we're ready to go. Oh, no, Lori.
Last I heard, it was they mentioned 10 minutes, and I feel like that's been 15 minutes ago. But I've told them we're ready to rock.
All right, fair enough. So we're going to have qualifying, less about 7 drivers. We got 200 laps. We've got money on the line. And we're live here on True Sim Productions. I'm loving it. I'm loving it all. Let's not forget, after the race here tonight, we've got After the Flag. That's right, about 5 minutes after this one's done, we're going to hop on for about 10 or 15 minutes and just chat with the drivers a little bit and see how much they smiled during this one, or not.
My perfect After the Flag episode would be just 2 drivers coming in there really mad at each other. They wrecked each other out of money or something like that. So maybe we can have some fireworks like that tonight. Money's on the line. You mentioned it. I've seen some crazy money races when it comes to sim racing, but I trust these guys in the BPL. I think they'll be okay tonight, but they're going to race hard, and it's North Wilkesboro. It's hard to pass. Hard to pass here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The bumper, do you think, is going to make a little bit of a play here tonight?
I think it has to. I think with the way the race is going to shake out as far as who goes to the back off the EOLs, missing the questions and whatnot, I think so. I think you're going to have some fast guys marred in the back of the pack that normally may not be back there, and it's going to force their hand.
Yeah. I'll tell you, again, when it comes to money, I don't care if it's $1. I've seen guys on the sim go crazy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dylan Banks in the chat says, I know I don't have the number 5 on the car, so it looks weird. That was my complaint, right? It just looks weird with the 48. And not having the big...
Rooster. Big rooster on the hood.
On the front of it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it, for sure.
Let me put you on the spot here, Chris. We watched TBB. I know you had the camera on him earlier. He won the Open and won it basically like a happy hour out there for him, right? It was just practice laps, it seemed like. Are you expecting maybe some of the same here tonight, now that he's going to be in the back? Is he going to be able to do it?
I don't know. So far here during this happy hour, he's not putting down the times that I was hoping to see out of the 10 car. Does look like we're getting some sort of... I thought we were going to get some sort of little pit party going, but maybe not, as some aren't really going for it and others are just hanging out in the pit road. But yeah, I don't know the answer to that, but I want to say he's going to pick up some spots just because that's the way he's been doing it all season long. But he's going to have to find that line that he was running a little earlier on. Take a quick peek in on the weather just to see where we're at. And it's still that 73 degrees outside, but a big difference now. Look at the track temperature. Has it gone up? 110 degrees, and we do have a pit party getting ready to go.
So the cool thing is, when Mark put these sessions up for us, he tried to emulate a full day of racing here at North Wilkesboro. So basically right now we're about 2 hours after the time of the race of the Open earlier. So yeah, the track's just getting a little bit hotter. It's at the hottest portion of the day right now, so it actually could climb up a little bit more And I'm actually hearing some chatter. We might be 1 minute out from heading into qualifying.
All right, I'm assuming right after this pit party goes. But let's talk about what that hotter track temperature is going to mean. It means the car is not going to want to turn as well as it was during that open. That's basically what's going to happen. The car is going to tighten up a little bit because it doesn't have as much grip on the right front tire. And I'm sure we're going to see that. We might see the rear ends wiggle around a little bit as the right front tire finally does find some grip. It's going to grab and it's going to pull that right rear kind of around a little bit. And that's about the best way I can describe it for those that don't know. This is still, this is not the open anymore. We're getting ready to go into the full race, to tell the truth. To tell the truth. I like that. And we're seeing it. Look at this. We just saw it. Dylan Banks just plow it into the wall there right at the end of practice. Now, that could have been for funsies, but you usually don't practice like that. But we'll see. All right. Here we go.
I noticed a cloud just set over the track. Look at the weather now, Chris. I've never seen it change that quick. 110 down to 105. So if these guys are going to qualify, they need to get out pretty quick. That cloud could disappear. Look at Edstrom. Ooh. Spectating Edstrom as he went out. Bad ride for him.
Yep, Cody Heinzman out there. Brian Dees, Chris Berg, and Dalton Kilroe. The 4 drivers out there right now. We're going to keep an eye on Cody Heinzman as he joined us in the booth. So right now he's kind of like a booth partner or something. He's going to get an extra second of camera time. That's it. No, just kidding. Cody Heinzman during his first lap. We're going to see if he was able to learn anything here. So far, yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. All-star qualifying here at North Wilkesboro, and right now Cody Heinzman has them all bested at a 19:04. Chris Berg in second, make that Dalton Kilroe, and Cody Heinzman actually able to increase his lap time, or decrease his lap time rather, to a 19:03. Chris Berg finishes up his second lap. 19:29 is where he's going to end up. And how about race number 1's winner, Ty Morosco? Halfway done is Ty Morosco. And that's lap number 1 for Ty. 19:37, good enough for 5th so far on his lap 1. John Perkins, Dylan Banks out there. Austin Edrum's starting to step a toe out on the track as well. Ty Morosco, his second lap, a 19:24, good enough for 3rd. John Perkins out there at one point. He was ahead of him, but Ty's second lap a little bit quicker. Perkins, let's see what he can do on lap number 2 in the Mustang. Oh, is it a that's a beauty, a 19:20. So Perkins right now holding on to the second spot. Austin Edstrom says, no thanks, I'm going to take that away. Puts Perkins down to 3rd, and here comes the 88 of Jamie Walker. The Dew Crew getting set to battle here tonight for all the money. Well, maybe not all of it, but some of it.
If he can walk away with the win, he'll walk away with most of it.
There you go.
As Chris, I'll be honest. I'm transparent, right? It's gonna be hard broadcast night. Ask these questions, get these drivers EOL'd. So if I ever seem distant or if I don't answer, you know why.
Don't you worry about it, bud. You know I'm capable of just going.
I know it. I
like
got
the
you.
Energizer Bunny. Ryan Zimmerman right now sitting in the 5th spot. His best lap. Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Make that second a 19:08 for lap number 2. Jamie Walker getting ready to finish up his second lap. And I guess I got to give it a little bit of time. A 19:14, good enough for 3rd spot. So right now, John Perkins on the bubble for the top 5. Mark Arthur stepping out on track, getting ready to take the green flag. Qualifying lap number 1. Mark Arthur rounds through 1 and 2, and a little bit of a bobble there. So lap 1 probably not going to be his best lap as he keeps it up high looking. He knows he's going to have a slower lap, so he's trying to find a way to make that car straight for as long as he can. Lap number 2 underway here for Mark Arthur. His lap 1, good enough for 11th spot, just ahead of him. Kyle Wellman, a 19.48. Arthur, a 19.49. Mark Arthur rounding through 3 and 4, a little bit more sturdy on the Mustang this time by. And it is going to produce just a 10th place starting spot for him so far. Wellman into the wall.
Wellman, that's probably just him knocking the rust off, bumping the wall a few times.
So right now we have 8 drivers that have not qualified. One of them, the 48 of Dylan Banks. So Dylan Banks, the only one that could qualify so far, has not qualified.
I'm curious to see if we let the 10 minutes roll out. I expect they probably will.
Yeah, we've got a lot of time to go here. 4 minutes and
I kind of wish they would.
5 seconds.
I kind of wish they would just advance it.
Well, let's make sure Dylan's in the car.
Right, he's the last one eligible, basically, to attempt a lap. I'm excited. I'm ready. Ready to get the show on the road.
Yeah, Zimmy's out there just running practice laps now. I like that.
I noticed he does that almost every week, and so I've raced with Zimmy for 3 years, and I didn't know he did that. But now that I'm up here in the broadcast booth spectating more, I noticed that he just turns extra laps after qualifying.
Oh, I see. So Banks not gonna be able to do his qualifying lap because he touched the wall. It didn't count. And he says he had pull, but we have no verification of that.
That's in the words that my daughter used. That's cap.
I had a pull too once,
Right. That's a fishing story right there.
Yeah.
I bet Banks was probably going to be 5-6 tenths quicker than everybody else too. But he just hit the wall, man.
Yeah.
Just got that wall.
Just touched it. Mark had the win.
Now we got to tell something that's believable.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
I can't.
I say this, I know, almost every week. I know I said it at New Hampshire. I know I said it at Milwaukee Mile. I expect Mark to be strong here tonight. He qualified 10th. It's got me a little worried for the 12. But I think he's going to be quicker. I think it's a short track. I'm pretty sure he'll get it figured out.
Cody Heinzman coming in with the Dylan won the race when he woke up this morning. Oh my, it's getting thick out there already. I love it.
He's saying his lap was a 19.011 and that he actually hit the wall after the line. So if that is the case, he got it after the line. That stinks. I've had that actually happen to me before. But like I said, in the words that my daughter uses, cap.
Yeah, there we go.
Looks like Zimmy may have finally ran all the fuel out of it from qualifying.
Yeah, they don't use a ton. Hey, Corey Sherman showing up. He should be out on track. But
Speaking of Corey Sherman, I forgot. Yeah, happy anniversary to the Lovebirds of BPO.
That's about the only reason why I'm giving them the night off. Happy anniversary once again, guys.
With them being the only couple in BPO, are they the power couple of BPO? They would have to be, right?
They have to be. They're the only couple, unless you want to count Dylan and Cody.
Well, I was gonna say, okay, all right, okay. You want to just throw strays out there? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, what the heck?
I was gonna put like Sam Lawson or somebody, but because he's a party boy. But yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fair too.
They are always hanging out around each other on the track.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm starting to figure it out too. I think you were just quicker to the punch than I was.
Yeah, there we go. nobody's out on track. We've got a minute and 10, 15 seconds to go.
Let me tell you this. I got 30 questions, right? Surely to goodness, we're not going to need all of them, right? Just thinking out loud here. We're not, are we? No way.
No way. No, I wouldn't think so.
I thought that at Martinsville, too, though.
I think we're going to have to get Dylan his own little nickname. He might be... Yeah, he might be jealous that Cody's got a nickname.
He does. He needs a nickname, too. Well, so we got, like, TBB's the Butcher. Cody Heinzman, he is the Ketchup Man. Tom Friedrich's our race control. He's Toilet Bowl Tom. So there's a lot of nicknames floating around here. So we could definitely maybe come up with something for Dylan.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Soul Stealer.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we got a lot of names. The Wild Man.
Yeah, we got nicknames. We got the Lone Dutchman. Yeah, all kinds of stuff there.
Hearing from Mark right here, he messed up with the session. They got unlimited tires tonight, so they can take as many tires as they like.
Oh,
well.
That's actually not a bad thing. I like it.
It means they're going to be racing hard at all times, probably, right? Because they always got fresh tires.
Look at this. To the bank. Cody's coming up with one. I don't know if it's going to stick, but we'll see. We'll see.
Wait a second. To the bank? Yeah. That stank. That's what my daughter would say, too. Tell you, I learned so much language from my daughter. You don't even know.
Yeah,
Girl dad. It's also race time. They're hitting the grid, man.
It sure is, and so are we. This is gonna be fun.
I'm open mic tonight because you got to hear me on both of them. So if you hear stuff in the background, I apologize. I will try to keep from it as best I can.
Here we go. The 2024 All-Star Race, live here on True Sim Productions. On the pole tonight, it's going to be the number 51 out of TNA Motorsports. It's Cody Heinzman. To his outside, the USA Firearms, number 28 of Brian Zimmerman. The 88 of Jamie Walker is going to pick up a third starting position to his outside. It's going to be the 9 of Austin Edstrom. Starting from row 3 on the inside out of Speed Mafia, it's the 33 of John Perkins, and to his outside, it is the Soul Stealer out of MFRD. It's the 17 of Brian Dees. Ty Morosco is going to be starting in the 7th spot. Dalton Kilroe out of MFRD. Teammates going side by side, going to be starting in 8th tonight. The Iceberg, Chris Berg, going to be driving the 66 from 9th spot tonight. And Mark Arthur to his outside in 10th. Kyle Wellman going to be starting the 42 out of 5 Kings Motorsports in 11th. And Dylan Banks going to be starting 12th. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, the winner of the Open, going to be starting from 13th. Hunter Lagunas, Philip Van Vliet, Trevor Harmon, Gordon Larson Jr., Larry Bell, and Sam Lawson making up the field here tonight. Oh, baby.
I'm excited. Who's going to get the first question? Who's going to get the first question wrong and make some people around him mad when they all three go to the back?
Who's going to win?
Right.
Yeah, I thought I saw that too, Amanda. It actually messed me up for a minute. But here we go. First time tonight. Green flag is out, and Heinzman with a shot. The battle right now for second spot. Jamie Walker on the inside of Zimmy. Zimmy holding on the outside with the momentum. He's going to keep second spot.
And then behind them, it's just 2 by 2 by 2 as far back as you can see.
There it is, the proverbial hornet's nest. John Perkins drives down low, gonna block off the 17, almost gets into the back of the 87. Caution may be out on the track. No, it's not. Hunter Lagunas having some troubles though. He is off track, trying to get it going again.
Dude, I'm just going through the field here. I'm seeing a lot of guys get sideways. That was something we did not see in the Open. They are slipping and sliding here heavy.
I said that was going to be a possibility. With that track temperature change, there it is.
We had one guy go up in the wall, outside wall hard. I couldn't even tell who it was. There's stuff going on everywhere you look.
Iceberg gets around Tom Orozco. He does it on the inside. Chris Berg up too. Biggest gainer so far of the race. Normally it's the number 4. Tonight it's the 43 of Larry Bell.
Hey, I fixed my number.
Yeah. Right now, there's a battle going on. It's for third spot. Austin Edstrom on the inside, trying to take it away from Jamie Walker. Walker battles back on the outside.
This is one of the only short tracks we'll visit all season where you have multiple grooves, multiple lines you can run. That outside lane's going to be really fast here.
Look out!
A little bit of contact between 87 and 88.
Yeah, Jamie tried coming down, but there wasn't room. A little bit of a bumper, and you saw how far up the track the 88 went, got very tight, as all of a sudden he was going about 5 miles an hour faster than he should have been. But good on Edstrom for giving the room needed to clear that all out. That could have been our first caution of the night. Hunter Lagunas getting set to possibly go down a lap here, as our race leader has caught the back bumper. Lagunas earlier on had troubles, and now he is really having troubles as he is the first car 1 lap down.
He has damage on the front of the 27 almost identical to what he had in the open race prior.
Yeah, he keeps running into telephone poles.
Right.
I don't see the telephone poles, but he's running into them. Cars are starting to get gapped out now in the top 3, but the 4th running car, Austin Edstrom, he had a run on Jamie Walker. Walker slammed the door. Now Edstrom trying to get back to that rear bumper and try and make a pass behind him. John Perkins and Chris Berg. Brian Deese, the Soul Stealer, runs in the 7th spot behind him. Teammates Ty Morosco and Dalton Kilroe. Mark Arthur rounds out the top 10, and oh my, look at this. It's Taylor Butcher Benjamin, the winner of the Open. TBB is up to 11th spot.
Moving forward in the 10. Mark trying to make a move over Kilroe right there in front of him. A little bit of contact between those two drivers.
Oh, and he came off the corner, got a little sideways, may have lost a little momentum. He did. Kilroe able to slam the door. Dalton Kilroe holds position.
I want to mention we have not yet. We are still stage racing tonight. This is the first stage is going to end at lap number 40. The end of stage 2, Chris, tonight is lap 100. So there will be stages out here tonight. They got unlimited tires. That was a goof on the admin's part, on our part. But it's still going to be interesting here. You got guys just trying to get any position they can. As this teammate battle at the middle of the field, Chris, is something else.
The 41 and the 1?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I picked it, and I was right. And yeah, you're right. The 41 right now underneath. And just ahead of him, his teammate, Brian Dees. Dees underneath the Iceberg. Brian D is looking to pick off the Iceberg and pick up a position. He does. He's up to 6th spot. Teammates going at it behind him. It's the 1 car of Ty Morosco getting the best of Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe is slid back. Oh, Mark Arthur gets into the backside of the Kilroe machine. Mark Arthur had a shot to bring out a caution, but he didn't. One and 2, Heinzman and Walker. 2.5 seconds separating those two drivers. The battle right now, a good one for 3rd spot. Brian Zimmerman has it. Austin Edstrom's looking for Edstrom right now in the 4th spot, right where he started the race. Brian Zimmerman has fallen from 2nd to 3rd. Ooh, Edstrom gets very loose coming off the corner, able to hold on to it though.
He's still getting loose. He looks like he's loose on the entry as well. He's definitely. Oh, we have a caution.
Caution on the track. Oh, baby, it's Gordon Larson. And tonight, oh boy, what am I gonna do here? Let's see. We'll go back and look at it. That's number one, because we got to show the folks what happened. Double Ott running by himself. And around, no, yep, maybe, kinda. That was the easiest accident we've seen all season. Pretty sure. All right. Gotta know if this is gonna work or not. It is. So, Tanner, we are going to, for the first time tonight, spin it. And it lands on the 8th position, Austin Edstrom.
All righty. So let me get ready here. All right, guys, we'll spin. Landed on Austin Edstrom. So Edstrom, listen up. Which driver won race number 3 this season at Texas? A, Chris Carroll. B, Austin Edstrom. C, Jamie Walker.
I'm gonna go with Carroll. Wait a minute.
You are incorrect. It was you. You won at Texas. So we'll be going to Austin Edstrom, Larry Bell, Hunter Lagoon.
Oh no, he forgot what race he won. Too good.
That is great. You cannot make that up. When I was reading the question, I thought to myself, Chris, there's no way this is the first question. This is who it landed on.
Wait a minute.
That is awesome.
That's great.
That is awesome. Welcome to the BPL All-Star race. You could not have scripted a better story right there. Austin Edstrom.
Too good. Too good. All right, let's get back into it just a little bit. From 8th on back, drivers came down. Most of them took tires. Our race leader, Cody Heinzman, to his outside on the restart is going to be Jamie Walker, Brian Zimmerman, John Perkins, Brian Dees, and Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, going to be restarting in the 6th spot. Look out, Philip, because inside you, it is the Soul Stealer. Oh man, that was too good.
You hear the chat, everybody laughing, cutting up. That's why we do it right there. So that's awesome.
Pace car lights are off. We're set to go back under the green flag. It waves. Here we go. Cody Heinzman launched out of a cannon.
Zimmy also got a pretty good launch right there in the P3 spot. Jamie Walker.
Oh man. So did the Soul Stealer on the inside. A battle for 5th between him and John Perkins. Perkins was on the outside. Here comes the Soul Stealer. 3 wide behind him. Look out. 4 wide.
Oh, they're beating the bangers.
Oh, my God. The 89 goes around. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Heartbreak for the Van Fleet right there.
Look at this.
Racing so hard, so early.
Hard to put a blame on that one, but it looked like maybe a little contact prior to the contact, if you want to go that way with it. None of that matters now, though, because this is quickly going to become one of my favorite things to do tonight, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to spin it.
Spin that wheel.
And we're going to land on the number 10.
So TBB, right?
Yes. No, 10th spot. Mark Arthur.
Mark Arthur.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's not coming through.
C, Derek Paulson, or C, Mark Arthur?
I'm gonna say myself.
Wrong, Derek Paulson. Bird.
All right.
EOL.
Well, two up, two down. As far as the questions go, unfortunately, we did not catch that question. Can you pop that to us? Just the question.
Yes, 1 second.
Yeah,
Chris.
yeah. When you get a minute, I know you're doing about 100 things here. So a few drivers
Okay.
getting the EOL.
So the question was, which driver has more career BPO top fives? A, Ty Morosco, B, Derek Paulson, or C, Mark Arthur. And the correct answer was Derek Paulson.
Derek Paulson. Yeah, we heard Mark get it wrong, but
Right.
before that it was cut off. My bad.
No, you're okay. All good.
Yeah. It's all good now.
Hey, I'll be honest. I hope they don't wreck very many more times. We know we have a caution coming in about 10 laps, 11 laps or so. So
That's going to be the easiest one of the night. Well, maybe. Well, Cody Heinzman and Brian Zimmerman now going to make the front row. Jamie Walker going to be restarting in third. Brian Dees made his way to fourth. John Perkins still going to be in fifth spot. Sam Lawson in sixth.
Chris, do you remember what? Oh, so go ahead.
Nope, go ahead. No.
I was wondering what did the wheel land on first? When was it Edstrom? Was he up near the front?
Yeah,
I don't think
he was in eighth. So we've had
Okay.
eighth and 10th so far.
Okay, so if that wheel happens to come up and it's 1, 2, 3, that's when it gets really serious. You got guys up towards the front going to the back, stuff like that. Okay. So let's see. Lights are off. Going back green flag this racing this time by.
Gonna turn up the driver's chat a little. I will try that, Corey. Gonna have to give everybody a little shot of the backside, but I can do that. Green flag is out. Cody Heinzman, again, a good shot. And now Jamie Walker's going to try and follow him up from the inside.
Ooh, Perkins and
the soul
Dees,
still goes
contact.
around.
That was big contact there. That's a parking lot.
The Soul Stealer was ripped. R.I.P. Let's go back and take a peek. Right off the front nose of John Perkins. Perhaps more importantly, though, that means we get to spin it. Oh, we got 8th place again. This time, that's going to be Larry Bell.
So, Larry Bell. You get ready here.
What an idiot.
Larry Bell, you are next. So if you get the question wrong, it's going to be TBB, yourself, and Gordon Larson Jr. will be going to the back if you get it wrong. How many cautions did we have at Martinsville earlier this season? A, 32, B, 29, or C, 30?
32.
That is actually incorrect. We had 30. So, Larry Bell, TDB, Gordon Larson, EOL.
And just like that, 3 more drivers take the EOL. Oh my, questions are not going good here tonight. That was good for you, Corey? You like that? I can give you no more than what I just did, honestly.
I figured that would be a pretty easy one because it was such a bad night that night, right? 30 cautions.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm loving this.
I have to just sending people to the back. It feels cruel. It does feel cruel when I click on it and do it, but
Here's the other thing that we got to think about here. We got just a couple more laps, and we're going to be under caution for the stage.
we're going to be doing it again. All under stage break again.
You better start coming up with some more questions.
I
That's what I'm
got 30.
thinking.
If I told Mark, if we make it to the point where we need a 31st question, I'm done here. So the next one, though, it will be a history question. So
Uh-oh.
you better hope that wheel lands on a veteran. If it lands on somebody like Cody Hines, Dylan Banks, they haven't been around a long time, right? So they're not going to know the history like a Dalton Kilroe or yourself or Mark would know.
Well, so far we've gotten the 8th place driver, the 10th place driver, and then the 8th place driver again. The wheel has not been happy. Here we go, back under green, and the 88 gives a wiggle. Time Orozco right on the rear bumper, helps straighten him out.
87 jumping to the high side here, 3 wide there, 4 second, third.
Oh my, it's a hornet's nest. The one car has the 88 to the outside. We're 3 wide here. And the 88 says no thank you.
Ooh, they're talking on comms too, not happy with each other. As 87 trying to get up there and maybe win the first stage. $10 on the line here for this first stage 1 winner.
We told you all, when there's money on the line, look out.
Cody
The
Hines getting a
28.
little pressure. Oh, Zimmy drove it in too hard, got the wall, but look, gain speed. My voice cracked.
Oh my Lord, here we go, through turns 3 and 4. Cody Heinzman just holding his line.
Oh, 87, big wiggle out of Edstrom. He's still trying to save the car.
87's not gonna save it, touches the rear of the 1, but he goes around.
Oh,
And now we got a biggin. We got a biggin. Cody Heinzman's gonna win the stage. Let's go back and see what happened. Oh my. 87 was crashing for half of a front stretch. Just touches the 1, but able to stay out of it. Comes back down the track, collects 2. And make that 3 as somebody else was involved with that one late. No, it couldn't be. It could not be.
I'm not watching. Who was it?
I want to make sure. It was Philip Van Vliet in the 89.
No.
From a mile and a half away. Unfortunately, no place to go, but you know what that means for us? It means we get to spin it. The driver in 15th place right now, your friend and ours, the car driven by Larry Bell.
So, Larry?
Right, boys.
Alrighty, guys, it landed on the 15th spot. So, Trevor Harmon, it is up to you. It's a BPL history question. Which driver won the first ever BPL league race? A, Wesley Johnson, B, Tyler Gary, or C, Mark Arthur?
Mr. Arthur.
That would be incorrect. So, yourself, Kyle the Wildman Wellman, and Sam Lawson will be going to the tail end of the field.
So far tonight, we've had 1 correct answer, and that is all. My Lord. Wow, wow, wow. Hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. It's been a heck of a good one so far. Our all-star race. We have a new race leader. It's going to be Dylan Banks. Cody Heinzman decided he was going to bring it down pit road. Dylan had already done that way back on lap number 19.
So a little bit of strategy playing out here.
Oh,
It's smart for Dylan Banks to get the track position here now.
I know, Amanda. I know. You gotta give me a break. Come on now. We're doing like 8,000 things here.
What's Amanda saying we need to do?
No, she's doing a good job. She's reminding me that stuff is up that it shouldn't be up, and no, she's
Okay, she's being an executive producer, right?
Yeah,
She does that
yeah.
for us on Race Chatter.
Yeah.
We couldn't do Race Chatter without her.
No, hell no. Dylan Banks, shot out of a cannon. There is something about starting on the inside front row. Tom Orozco's going to pick up second. Chris Berg up to third. And here comes Cody Heinzman. Heinzman right now is working over Gordon Larson, the double A on the outside. And the 51 back inside of the top four now. The 88, Jamie Walker on the inside of Zimmy. Hey, give Gordon Larson a little credit there. He was hanging around on the outside. He comes down. It's no problem that Jamie was there. He just moved down anyway.
He got his stuff clear. I'm watching the 51.
Oh, he got himself a little loose, able to hold on to it, but did lose a spot. Maybe two, because here comes that 10 car. TBB, the Butcher, up to 7th spot. Man, I love an all-star race. I'm not even drinking tonight. I should be.
You told me you was going to start at like 2 p.m. this afternoon last week.
I didn't do
I'm
it,
so
but
disappointed.
listen, I haven't been sleeping so well, So
I haven't either.
Here we are. I got myself a little problem here. I'm allergic to poison ivy, like really allergic to poison ivy, and I think my dog may have given me a little bit, and now it's spreading all over.
My fiance's that way. If she's anywhere remotely close, we're talking like 3 feet, a good distance away, she can get it, and it eats her up. So hopefully that's all good. We're getting better at least.
It's gonna get a little worse before it gets better.
Oh,
unfortunately,
so it's fresh. It's just now happening, huh?
Yeah. That's all right. It is what it is. Hey, right now we've got ourselves a little race. It's for 3rd spot. Cody Heinzman searching the inside of Chris Berg, and Heinzman's going to take it. Coming out of the corner. Gets a wiggle, though, and Iceberg comes back.
Heinzman's been trailing the 66 since we went back green here. He's definitely, I believe, a little bit faster, but Berg's doing a hell of a job here on the outside lane, just keeping the momentum, keeping the RPMs up in that number 66. But I think Heinzman's going to win the battle right here.
Yeah, Heinzman comes off for much cleaner that time. He did beat him to the line, but that's about it.
Yeah, Berg had a huge momentum burst there. That outside line's just working for the 66 right now. He's able to defend that position, but I just think over the long run here, that 51's going to win out.
Just ahead of them, 2nd place runner, Todd Morosco, winner this year at Daytona. He owes you a couple more, though, Tanner, and he hasn't done it yet.
He owes me 2 more. I said 3 for the year. And now I tried to look the stat up. I could not find it on SimRacer Hub. I'm pretty sure Morosco's actually won an all-star race prior. So I think he's looking to go not necessarily back-to-back for all-star wins, but pick up his 2nd ever all-star win. I feel like he mentioned an all-star win in that Daytona race. But I tried to find it, could not find it. So
Yeah,
in the future, Ty, when you watch this, let me know if you did win. I think you did.
It's a non-points race, so it wouldn't be scored. It makes sense that it wouldn't be there.
Right.
Cody Heinzman now firmly in 3rd spot. Berg did all he could to hold off, and now he's got a new battle with the 28, and the 28 gets loose. That inside line is a little bit on the tight side, and it snaps the rear end loose every single time they come off from 4, it seems. So got to be a little careful there.
Ooh, Zimmy goes to the high side here for the 66. As I was about to mention the 51 and the 1, they were making a little bit of contact as we got battles going on right there for, I believe, 2nd and 3rd, I believe.
Yeah, 2nd and 3rd, 4th and 5th. Jamie Walker's there to make it a 3-car battle for 5th.
Now throw the 88's name in there. Right.
Hell, might as well put TBB in there as well.
He's there. He's coming. Don't look now, but the Love's 33 machine of John Perkins is also coming.
Iron Man, John Perkins. I think that one's going to stick. Red and yellow, red and yellow. Battle right now for second spot. Cody Heinzman puts a little bumper to the one. Not too much, just enough maybe. Heinzman works the inside. Cody Heinzman puts it out front of the one, and now it's Love Shack time, baby, because it's Banks and Heinzman running 1 and 2.
Here's something interesting to watch. Can Heinzman clear that real estate in between him and Dylan Banks? Dylan Banks has, my SDK's being really weird tonight, Chris, so you may have to back me up here. I think he has almost like a 2.5 second lead in between him and the race leader, Dylan Banks.
Well, he may have, but now it's down to just under 2 seconds.
So
Dylan Banks on much older tires than Cody Heinzman. Banks came in lap 19, Heinzman on 41.
That's a great point. I forgot about that. So, yes, so at some point here in the next few laps, I feel like the tires just going to have to start giving away if they're already not giving away. I have to imagine they probably are.
They are. And I'll tell you, I can see it in the times. Cody Heinzman right now a little over 1/10 of a second per lap quicker. That's huge, and that is going to show up on track very quickly.
My SDK is not showing me no times, no pit lap or nothing. It's just blank. Not sure why.
That's okay, brother. I got you.
I like the info. It's annoying. I keep resetting it and reloading it, but it just, I don't know. Oh, well.
5 drivers right now currently being scored a lap down or more. Kyle Wellman leads that pack. Then it's Brian Dees, Trevor Harmon, Philip Van Vliet, make it 6 drivers, Sam Lawson, and Hunter Lagunas.
The fun fact about our current race leader, Dylan Banks, Front Row Esports, Tom Friedis, our race control, he owns a series called Front Row Esports, and their all-star race was also here at North Wilkesboro. Now, the only difference between that league and this league, that league's open setups, this league's fixed setups, so everybody's on the same setups. But Dylan Banks won that all-star race pretty convincingly as well. So
Yeah,
he's got speed.
with 17, Brian Dees bringing that modified down pit road.
Just
We
saw
do
that.
have 3 drivers that have actually exited the race. That's Van Vliet, Lawson, and Lagunas.
Hate that for the Dutchman. Hate that for the governor, Sam Lawson. I'm telling you, he messaged me 10 times about this race this week. He was excited about it.
Battle for the race lead may be happening in here in about 10 laps, as Heinzman really is closing in that gap. But right now, looking at Brian Zimmerman and Jamie Walker set to do battle for 3rd spot. Walker keeping it down low. Jamie Walker looking for that 3rd spot. We're talking money. We're talking every position in the top 5. The higher you finish, the more you get.
That is right. First place, Chris, they're going to get $65. Second place is $30. Third's getting 20. Fourth's getting 10. And fifth is getting 5. So that position's worth a few bones.
Cody Heinzman still up front, but the gap is getting smaller. I'm sorry, did I say Cody Heinzman? I meant Dylan Banks still up front. I don't know. There's such a love fest going on. You could just mix and match their names. It'd be all right. Cody Banks and Dylan Heinzman, I think, is going to be the way it's going to go.
Cody Banks, I could actually ride with it. That sounds like normal, but Dylan Heinzman, I don't know. I don't know. But right here, look at the pace difference. 51 is, even with my eyes, the eye test is telling me 51 is quicker.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Hey, we got somebody joining us in the booth. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean good things. For the driver of the number 17 out of MFRD, it's Brian Dees. Brian, you're up here way too early, bud.
Yeah, I can't say that it was exactly the plan. Apparently had a little bit more damage than I thought I did from that little incident with Perkins there.
Yeah, you definitely got the short end of that deal, as it was driving around modified style. At least.
I actually didn't know that at all. I didn't I thought it was like suspension damage, like a little bit of wheel damage or front end damage. I didn't
It was
I
a
didn't
little
know
bit
it
of
had
front end
anything to
damage,
do.
a little bit.
Yeah, I had no idea that the engine was hurt that bad, and all of a sudden I let Trevor Harmon by, and then it just went to get back in the gas, and it didn't go anywhere. And then I looked in the mirror, saw smoke coming out the back, and I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, one expired engine on the 17, not something typical of the season, but here we are on an all-star night. And I guess, Brian, if there's a night to have a bad night, it's probably this one.
The one thing I want to know is, does this race count for the power rankings?
Well, it does. It does.
Oh, no. Oh,
man,
no.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
That's mean.
That's worse than my engine expiring.
Well, the biggest thing I can think of right now is the Soul Stealer Award. You were supposed to come out here, steal the souls of everybody in this field, and take home $25. So now,
That's definitely what I was going for. And then when I got the damage, I knew it was hurt bad. I still had, I think, when I was running around on track, I think I had like 6.5 minutes or so of damage.
Wow.
So I knew it was pretty beat up. I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stick around because obviously with the Soul Stealer Award,
Right.
whoever finishes ahead of me and behind me,
Right.
get a split of the pot. So definitely wanted to stick around, get as well a finish as I possibly could have. Make people earn it at least somewhat. I didn't want anybody to just leave the session or whatnot and end up getting the money for it. But
Right.
looks like that decision was kind of taken away from me here. So
That really stinks because here I am
It
with
does.
this really great graphic. You know what? I'm going to put it up anyway. There it is. That's the award that shall not be given.
The Soul Stealer Award.
well, it still gets given out, right?
It will.
Yeah, it will, but it won't mean the same.
Right. If the
Yeah.
race was to end right to this moment, it looks like the Dutchman and Trevor Harmon would walk away with some code hard cash.
We were kind of spitballing some ideas there. Didn't really think about what happens if I finish last.
I never thought about that. Never even crossed my mind.
Didn't consider that possibility.
Right.
All right, buddy. Well, it's been fun having you up here. I assume you're just going to sit back and watch the rest of the race at this point?
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank-
All right.
thank-
I
Brian.
got like 45 minutes and prepare to change an engine, so yeah, I'm probably done. So
All
enjoy
right.
the rest of the race, guys. I appreciate you having me up here.
Anytime, Brian. You know
Yeah.
that.
Thank you, Brian, for the sponsorship too, buddy. We appreciate it.
Yep, thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Have a good night.
Driver of the number 17, the Soul Stealer, is going to call it a night.
I've been
As-
watching this. Sorry to even interrupt, but it's getting crazy. I've been watching this battle. Heisman has caught Banks, and he has been faster than Banks for 10 laps. That has allowed Walker to now get up in the mix as well. Heisman is getting close to being fed up, I do believe. He's
Yeah.
There's been some contact last 2 times.
He won't do it. Not on purpose.
I don't think so.
These two drivers, more than anything, really respect each other.
But they love each other, right? They're best
They
buds.
do. They might as well just go out and form their own team. Team love.
The ketchup bank. Got all the ketchup you ever want.
Oh, Lord. 3-car battle for the race lead, lap 87 of 200. Hey, there should be another. When is the next?
Lap 1
Stage.
hundo. 100.
All right, well that's like 13 laps from now.
Can Banks survive and stay in front of Heisman? I don't know if he can.
Well, I gotta tell you, Heinzman's gonna have to maybe step out or something because Jamie Walker last time in a corner went high.
Jamie's going to get tired of waiting as well. That's the whole point here. Jamie's going to get tired of waiting as well. Hey, and remember, for the folks that did not watch, here we go right here. Walker looking down low of the 51. Last week on After the Flag, me and you basically called our veterans out and said it's been a 2-car show since these top 2 came in. Well, Walker, he's probably the most veteran BPL driver. And look, he's fighting back.
Well, him and, Mark Arthur, who I want to report is running right now in the 5th spot, but there's something going on with the front ends of those Mustangs, because that car also...
Found the same telephone pole?
Yeah.
They're finding telephone poles that we can't see.
I don't get it. Look at that thing, right in the middle.
It is identical. Identical. I wonder if
Unreal.
it's affecting him that much. I wouldn't think it would here, Chris, right? Unless, like, the engine's hurt.
Oh, buddy, we got our race for the lead.
Uh-oh.
The 48 held it out just a little too much. The 51 goes to the inside. Dylan Banks under attack from Cody Heinzman. They're side by side going on to the backstretch.
Both drivers actually gave plenty of room right there.
Yeah, like I said, these two drivers, as aggressive as they are to win, I don't think you're ever going to see those two take each other out. It's not on purpose. It's not going to happen. If they ever get into each other, it's going to be out of their hands.
Look at
I'm going to
this.
say.
It's hard to tell which car actually has the advantage now that they're side by side. Clearly, Heinzman does. He's on the low line, has the fresher tires. But he's on the exit of turn 4. Banks is quick.
Yeah, you got Heinzman on the inside with the fresher tires and the advantage, but you got Dylan Banks on the outside with the momentum. But that wasn't enough as the 51 goes around. New race leader.
I was wondering if Jamie was going to get underneath the 48 or not. He was actually able to. So now we got the battle heating up for P2. Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Jamie's on the same tire strat as Cody Heinzman, correct? They pit on
sure is.
41, I believe.
Yes, sir. And that time by, Jamie Walker was in 2nd spot. Now, coming to the front stretch, and it's done. The battle's over. Dylan Banks goes from 1st to 3rd. So top 3 have been shooken up. And it may not be done yet because running in the 4th spot, it's Austin Edstrom. The 87 on the car, the 9 on the scoreboard. He's another one of those drivers with slightly fresher tires, along with Mark Arthur right behind him. Is Dylan Banks going to lose a couple more in 3 laps? No, I don't think so. But Cody Heinzman looks like he is going to do the Cody Heinzman thing and maybe just walk away with another stage win.
Yeah, I think he's bringing the broom out here and just won himself $20 after winning stage 1 and looks to be en route to win stage 2.
A nice guy would probably split that with his announce team.
Yeah, I agree. Now he's going to feel obligated. He's going to message us and say, y'all can just keep it, don't worry. We did let him get his feet wet in the broadcast booth tonight for the first time ever. Granted, it was basically like calling an hour of practice, but it was a broadcast nonetheless.
It was. Yeah, it was live.
I wish we would have done one big race, but we've always done 2 races since I've been here. So that's why I did it. But I wish we would have just put them all together and said, boys, have at it.
Gordon Larson in the 00 moves himself up. He is now the first car 1 lap down. So Larson at the end of this lap right now is going to get his lap back. Just couldn't stay on the lead lap, but Larson going to get his lap back courtesy of the caution. Caution is out, and man, it's been a minute. But I think I remember what we have to do here.
Let's spin that wheel.
Let's get this thing set up.
You tell me who. I go based off what you tell me.
We're going to spin it.
Spin it. Land on somebody up towards the front.
Well, that one's not going to work. We landed on 20th. That's not going to work here tonight.
Give me
Do we have a 16? That would have been Brian D's, funny enough. So we're going to resume, and we're going to spin it one more time.
Give me somebody in the top 5.
How about 11th place? Right now, that would be Taylor Stats, Butcher Benjamin. Stats going on the board.
I don't know why mine shows different. Mine shows Dalton Kilrow as 11.
I caught them as they were coming down pit road. I think that's a big difference.
Okay, I'm going to go based off when I paused it here. So we're going to go Dalton Kilrow. All right.
Let's go. Kilrow.
Let's get.
right, guys, it's going to be on Dalton Kilrow. So Pittsburgh, Larry Bell. If he messes it up, you go to the back. All right, Dalton, this season, which driver has led the more laps? You got A, Mark Arthur, B, Chris Berg, or C, Ty Morocco?
I am going to go with Chris Berg.
That is incorrect. It is A, Mark Arthur with 99 laps led. Chris Berg has 56. Ty Morocco has 55. So, Kilrow, Bell, and
But Mark gets to the lead.
yeah, my scoring just right there. It was Kilrow, Bell.
All right, so another wrong answer. This time out of Dalton Kilrow, one of those guys that's been around for a while. But that was a tough one. I don't think I could answer that one.
I can't remember who it was. It was Kilrow,
Oh,
Larry
no.
Bell, and Chris Berg is who it was.
Yeah, okay. To the
When
end
they-
of the line.
When they pit, it really messes up the thing. So for now, I'm just gonna take a picture as soon as they cross the line for the caution. I'm gonna take a picture, and you can just tell me the position. I'm gonna go based off the picture that I
There
have.
we go. All right.
Make it. I think that's how we're supposed to be doing it the whole time, but we ain't really had that problem with them pitting. My thing wasn't jumping around. Right then, it was jumping around like crazy because of pit road, I guess. But all right, the EOLs have been given out, and green flag's back out, and I'm just now here. Let's get it.
Here we go. Dylan Banks back out front. Everybody on the same tire strategy now. Oh, man. Cody Heinzman gave a little bobble there. Started heading
John
north.
Barton's going around at the start-finish line. Perkins is around.
Oh, man. Caution. Take that picture quick. It's probably too late now.
As soon as my leader crosses start-finish line, I'm going to take it.
All right. Fair enough. That's Dylan Banks.
I'm going to pause it as soon as he crosses start-finish line here.
So the Iron Man getting into one. Had a little bit of momentum. Had to check up for the 10. Got back on the gas, and that was the wrong spot to do it. Hard into the wall. And, man, he may have popped that motor right there. All right, Dylan Banks still up top, and we have got another spin coming right at it. Let's see what we got. Position 11.
Position 11. You're not going to believe it. It's Larry Bell again. Larry Bell, Gordon Larson, Dalton Kilrow. All right, let's get it. Larry Bell, it is on you once again.
It's going to be yourself, Gordon Larson, and Dalton Kilrow going to the 7 of the field. Which driver won the championship for season 8? A, Stephen T. Johnson, B, Taylor Benjamin, or C, Jamie Walker?
I'm going to go Jamie Walker.
Y'all are getting really bad at this. Incorrect. Season 8 champion was Stephen T. Johnson. So Larry Bell, Gordon Larson, Dalton Kilrow. DOL.
And another wrong answer. Fun fact, Jamie Walker's actually never won a championship.
Right.
I don't know if it's fun or not.
Right.
But the 88 has not managed to do it. He's certainly one of the favorites year in and year out. Just hasn't put it all together.
The drivers right now are talking about Jamie's lack of championships and how he's been in every Final Four. I didn't know that since he's been here. But he's had a chance to race for it every season.
Since we've gone to that format, he certainly has. And prior to, since I've been around for a minute, he was able to be a part of the championship hunt. And man, yeah, just hasn't had the luck. This year so far, everything's been, especially as of late, tilting his way. He is really coming on.
He's been on fire. He went 4 weeks in a row of straight podiums, with one of those weeks being a race win.
Right now, he's got Dylan Banks to the inside as Jamie's going to be restarted from the outside. That has not been working out very well for most of the drivers here tonight.
First and third is where you want to be at on all these restarts, Chris. You are right.
Larry Bell, Gordon Larson, and Dalton Kilroy at the tail of the field. Here we go.
Once again, deja vu. Dylan Banks gets a great launch. Cody Heinzman gets a pretty good launch. He's battling here for P2 with Jamie Walker on the outside. And Ty Morosco and Zimmerman making contact in the middle back.
Morosco starting to really turn it on. I'll tell you, man, TBB, I'm still not done watching him. He is up to 7th.
Gained 6 spots since the drop of the green flag. A few times now, we've seen him gain these spots and go to the back because he pit or whatnot, but he's picking them back off once again.
The battle for second just about over as the 51 able to stay underneath. The 88 up high and now has a new battle partner. It's Austin Edstrom. Edstrom couldn't stay there. Here comes Zimmy trying to move in on the back bumper of Austin Edstrom.
Banks letting it float up really high in 1 and 2 on that side of the track. Still he does in 3 and 4 here. He's going to almost paint the white line like the rest of the field, but it is running a little bit higher arc in 1 and 2, so he may have found something when he's shifting. Oh, I say all this. He's getting loose right there for the race. We have a battle for the lead here. What a save by Banks.
Oh, man.
I think he was shifting there. It looked like he went up a gear or something, and it's just knocking the tires off.
The 51's going to try and get underneath. May have upset those tires, though. Dylan Banks.
Arthur around. Sorry.
Mark Arthur is around. He's able to get it going, but right front damage on the 12 car. Under caution.
I'm going to pause as soon as Dylan crosses the start line.
Mark is running inside the top 10. Lets it float in just a little too hard, and boy, he gave the one a tap, and around he went.
Man,
the one car, Tom Roscoe was able to keep going, but man, Mark had a head of steam. He just couldn't stop it. That brings out the caution once again, and he is on pit road. Dylan Banks going to continue being our race leader. That's going to give him time to cool down those tires. Let's go over, and we're going to spin it one more time. Position 16, which was Brian Dees. I don't believe that's going to work. We need small numbers. Come on,
yes.
Wheel.
Single digits.
You're not. Come on. 11th.
11th
it is. It is.
Dalton Kilroy, Larry Bell, Gordon Larson. Alrighty. I'm not going to believe it. Dalton Kilroy, you are up. If you get it incorrect, it's going to be yourself, Larry Bell, Gordon Larson, going to the tail end of the field. All right, Dalton, which driver was on the pole for race number 1 at Daytona this season? You got A, Kyle Wellman, B, John Perkins, or C, Dave Seats? Wellman. For the first time tonight, you are correct. Kyle the Wildman Wellman did set on pole for Daytona this season. Safe. For the first time here tonight, we had drivers remain safe.
Thank God he got one right. It's been a minute. That's only two right answers on the night so far.
Oh, I didn't know we had another one. I thought that was it. I apologize.
Our very first one.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. So the cool thing here is if that wheel will ever put it on the race leader, if the race leader gets the question right, he can pick. I repeat, he can pick anybody. And yes, that is right. The leader is going to the back. Got to extend this one.
Oh boy.
Drivers, you are correct. I forgot about it. Thank you.
Well, our race leader is no more.
No, just line up based out iRacing sees fit here. Jamie's going to move forward. Inside row will move up a row.
Oh, baby. This is going to set up one wicked restart.
So Dylan Banks talked about it all week. I forgot about that aspect of it until the driver started reminding me.
Uh-huh.
Makes it interesting.
Here we
Jamie
go.
Walker, race leader.
Oh, and
Back
both of them shot out of a cannon. Cody Heinzman has figured it out. A battle for the race lead.
The first time all night we've seen second place not only fight back, but look to have some type of advantage here. Till he lose the lap. Jamie battling back there on the inside lane.
Don't look now, but the battle for third is over as well. Zimmy takes it over from Ty. Morosco back to fourth. Battle for the race lead continues to wage on. Slight contact in the corner between the 88 and the 51. Chris Berg really close to hitting the wall that time. And this time by, it's the 51 solid. He drops down. Cody Heinzman has control of the field once again. The battle right now for second. Brian Zimmerman on the outside, Jamie Walker on the inside. Zimmy on the outside's flying right now. May have gone just a little too hard though, went way up towards the wall, able to hold on. Brian Zimmerman has figured out that second lane. Second lane, nothing. He was up in the third lane. Wall riding is the 28, trying to catch our race leader, Cody Heinzman. Jamie Walker still battles down on the inside. 70 laps to go.
And they click off fast.
Ty Morosco has got his teammate, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, right behind him. Benjamin up 8 spots to be inside the top 5. Here comes Austin Edstrom, teammate. MFRD, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
I knew a little bit of a wall ride for QB once again.
Trying to show Ross Chastain how to do it once again is TBB.
Hail Miller.
The 87 right now, maybe the best handling of the 3.
Oh, yellow caution down the freeway.
Caution. Not sure what happened here. So, let's see. Oh, there it is.
What we got?
Trevor Harmon, driver of the number 29. I think we saw it, but we're going to make sure. Trevor Harmon behind Dylan Banks. Holds that accelerator pedal just a little too much, and around he goes to bring out the caution. And that means we get to bring up the number picker. Spin it. That's not going to work. Spin it again. Sixth place runner this
So
time by.
That is going to be TBB. So Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Austin Edgem, Chris Berg. So let's see here.
All right, guys, it is on TBB, and the question is a history question. Which race, what track is the one and only track I won at in BPL?
That would be
A, Bristol, B, Talladega, C, Richmond.
That would be Richmond, Virginia.
And that would be correct. So, Cody Heisman, I'm sorry, bud. He's going to the back.
And just like that, another leader goes to the rear as Stats gets it right one more time. Another nickname for TBB as Cody Heinzman's going to drop to the rear. And that's going to change quite a bit here, as now our race leader is Brian Zimmerman. Restarting on his outside, this time going to be Jamie Walker. Larry Bell going to pick up a third starting spot. Dylan Banks up to fourth, and Austin Edstrom going to round out the top five.
That's going to allow Brian Zimmerman the race lead here.
Oh, man. I don't like it so much when it hits on my teammate here.
I just want the world to know this was Mark's idea, but when he said it to me, I was like, oh, I like that. I like sending the leader to the back. But, man, it hurts when it actually hits. It does hurt.
Is there a certain lap where that stops?
Lap 201.
Wow. Okay.
You know, Chris, that wasn't talked about.
All right, well, pace car is off, and it's too late now. So here we go, under the green flag one more time. Brian Zimmerman launches. Larry Bell a little bit slow on the mark. That's going to stack him up behind him, Austin Edstrom.
You know, going back to the leader deal, it's like luck, it will give it, and it will take it away.
Oh, yeah, it will. So Edstrom got stacked up just a little bit, and that may cost him a position, as right now Dylan Banks is working the outside. Brian Zimmerman, the only driver really to have had that figured out, driving on the outside so far. And Larry Bell not going to be able to hold position as Edstrom works underneath, and here comes Dylan Banks. Banks now up to fourth by a half a car.
Remember, Banks is the first driver to go to the back tonight as the race leader. So he worked his way back up to the front. As what are we seeing?
One car, Tom Roscoe, got shuffled really hard, and he lost all kinds of momentum.
Got three cars stacked up right on top of each other right there behind Morosco.
One of them, our previous leader, Cody Heinzman. I want to throw a special shout out to one Kyle Wellman, who since the drop of the green flag has been down multiple laps. Right now, for the first time in a long, long time, Kyle Wellman, oh gosh. He got excited I was talking about him.
It never fails.
Somehow, we're still under green though. Wellman spins it around. Gonna get passed by Gordon Larson. Oh, Lord. Hey, we got a battle for the race lead. It's up front. And it is between Brian Zimmerman and Jamie Walker. Edstrom right on the back bumper of Zing.
Let me ask you something, Chris.
Three wide for the race lead. Hold on, Tanner. Hold on. That sorted itself out.
Somewhat. There's still two wide battling. But if you saw two, Edstrom getting loose.
Austin Edstrom battling too hard. The tire's not happy. Look out for the 87. That's going to whoa Banks up bad. Banks was coming with a head of steam, but Austin Edstrom, that car not happy.
As our two up front still battling side by side, door to door. But if I'm one of these guys, I don't know if I want to be the leader right now. You saw two leaders fall. But now, will the next question, will they get it right? You just never know.
That time across the line, it was Zimmy. Zimmy on the outside, getting it done. He really has figured out a line that works for him here. And Austin Edstrom, here he is again. We're going 3 wide for the race lead again. No. Edstrom thought better of it that time, turned it left.
Edstrom is just Mr. Excitement out here tonight. He looks bad fast, and he looks like he's ready to make a move.
Yeah, now this time goes to the inside of the 28. Has him by a nose, but on the outside, the 28 gonna fight back. Not enough. The 28 goes to third. Austin Edstrom in the 9. The 87 on your screen is in second, maybe looking for the race lead as he cuts to the inside. Walker off the wall. Jamie Walker hit the wall. It looked like he had a flat tire for a moment.
It did take off. It just took off.
So Jamie pancakes the right side of that car, and we have got a new race leader. It's Austin Edstrom.
And 50 laps to go this time by.
The original DP out in chat.
Yeah,
We got 2 DPs out here, you know. No Dustin Ping tonight, though.
Corey Sherman in the chat says we should do questions every week, LOL, just to mix it up. You say that because you're the one leading and you get sent to the back or something. I would hate it as a driver. As a broadcaster, Chris, I can't lie, I love it. I love it. But as a driver, it wouldn't be very fun.
No. No,
Well,
just the
it's fun
interruption
if you
alone.
benefit.
Yeah.
If you benefit, it's fun, I guess.
Hey, if I sent the leader to the rear, I'd be happy.
Right. Especially, I mean, Cody Heinzman, Dylan Banks, the newcomers, they've been dominant. They've been the two since the back so far. Kind of poetic.
Speaking of Banks and Cody Heinzman, they're running nose to tail on the track right now.
Naturally, of course they are. They got to. No matter where they're at.
Banks running in the 4th spot. And Zimmy having troubles with that 28. That rim riding that he was doing earlier may not be helping his tire situation right now as Zimmy going backwards. Dylan Banks able to get around him. That's for 3rd spot. Cody Heinzman now looking to do the same. Heinzman keeping it down low. May have tried on Dylan Banks but couldn't get there.
It looked like a 2-for-1 special working up. As Banks gets low, Heinzman should get clear of Zimmy this time by. Yeah, Zimmy's definitely struggling on the outside lane. He's hanging on, but just by a thread.
That car not going to get any better. The 1 car, Ty Morosco has a problem. He's sideways on the track. Caution comes out.
It's insane. I really just clicked on him, too. That's what's crazy.
Replay is going to show the tail. Just get to the throttle a little too soon. That's all it was. And now, gotta get this set up once again. This thing has been handy tonight. Here we go. Seventh place.
It's going to be Chris Berg, and this question, the way it lined up is insane. So it's going to be Chris Berg, TBB, Larry Bell. So let's. All right, Chris Berg, you are up. And I swear I did not read these questions. All right, Chris Berg, you won race number 2 at Atlanta.
Who finished second? A. Dustin Payne, B. Alex Harris, or C. Dalton Kilroy? The third.
Not getting a response.
Ty, self-spin, yellow.
No response.
Chris, you hear him?
Don't know what to do in that with this. They're chatting right now in iRacing.
Can I answer for him? That's a negative.
Sorry, I wasn't working to pay Dustin Payne. I was trying to, my headphones weren't working.
You are correct.
And the leader at time of picture, Austin Edstrom, will be going to the back.
My goodness. Again, the leader goes to the rear. Austin Edstrom was the race leader at the time of caution. Austin Edstrom gets the ride to the rear.
I take a picture as soon as y'all cross start finish line the first time.
Three times in a row, our race leader has been relegated to the rear of the field.
3 times.
Let's not forget, after the race, we've got After the Flag. It's going to be happening here tonight on All-Star Weekend.
And we prove here tonight anything can happen. We're under 40 laps to go. We're sending leaders to the back. We got Dylan Banks starting shotgun here, P3. We're back. Green flag racing here, Chris.
What a jump for the 28. Banks going to try and take advantage on the inside. Everybody's on those new tires.
As Brian Zinnerman has benefited not once but twice here for sending the leader to the back, has got the lead 2 times now based off that. So Lady Luck is riding with the 28 shotgun. Oh, the one car, Morosco, going around at the line.
Caution again. Not just Lady Luck for Zimmerman, but the fact that he only took 2 tires.
Oh, okay. That helps out too.
That did help out quite a bit.
Let me get my picture when he crosses the line.
Oh, I think he may have had some help from a teammate. He did. Off the front bumper of Austin Edstrom.
Ooh.
I love it. A little teammate controversy going on now. Or it could be. Let's get this baby up and running. We're gonna hit spin. And that resulted in a 17th. That's not gonna work for us, so we go again.
You would think the wheels weighted to land higher. Folks, it really isn't. It's just the way it goes.
14th position.
I don't think that's good, is it? It's Trevor Harmon. He is gone.
Trevor Harmon's not around. We spin it again. Fourth position.
So that's going to be Cody Heinzman. So Jamie Walker, Cody Heinzman, Gordon Larson.
All right, guys, the real folks and Cody Heinzman, you are up next. Which driver won a series high 8 races last season? A. Steven Johnson, B. Dalton Kilroy, or C. Chris Carroll?
Oh boy. I'm sorry in advance. I'm going to go with C. Chris Carroll.
All right, you are correct. At the time of that question, Brian Zimmerman was leading. So, Brian Zimmerman, you will be going to the tail end of the field.
I don't know what have against our race leaders, but I am telling you, they are not catching any breaks here as of late. Everybody is getting them right. And another race leader relegated to the rear. That is going to set up something pretty interesting, Tanner. We've got Dylan Banks, Jamie Walker, and Cody Heinzman restarting in the top 3.
So no matter what, the cream has still rose back up to the top, right? They've had to face some adversity to get here. They went to the back, the 48 to 51 have. Jamie Walker's been safe. But man, oh man, luck given it, take it away. That is crazy.
MFRD crime. Yeah, that's what I saw, Corey. I mean, I don't care who it is tonight, because really there are no teammates on a night like tonight. But, I know who fourth was now, but that's not who fourth was. And yeah, he is fourth. Gordon Larson Jr., the double lot. Here we go. Back under the green flag, and Dylan Banks takes off like a head of steam. Battle right now for third spot. 28 gets in the law. It's Brian Zimmerman. He's able to keep it going.
Maybe pushing a little harder right now. Just had the race lead ripped from him. As Iceberg 66 gets a little loose up front, going to lose some positions.
Gordon Larson. That car is a little bit on the tight side. Here comes Chris Berg looking for the inside. Larson may be in trouble. Chris Berg making quick work of it. Berg up to fourth spot. The battle up front, though, right now between 3 drivers: Dylan Banks, Cody Heinzman, and Jamie Walker.
Oh, I'm hearing carnage. Yeah,
Caution. And I'm going to say that one's probably on Austin Edstrom, as all of a sudden he is on pit road. Let's go back and take a peek. MFRD on MFRD. No. Oh, Zimmy took it. Oh, Tanner took it too, though. Not Tanner. Sorry. Ty. Way to go, Tanner.
I'm wrecking. I'm up in the booth.
Oh, Lord. Well, that just means one thing. The number picker is on. Here we go. And that's going to land on 16th, and that's going to be Brian Dees. That's not going to work. We go again.
He needs to go play the lottery. His name's come up a lot.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, boy. Second place runner. Second place.
That's Cody Heinzman. All right, Cody Heinzman. It's you again. It's going to be between you, Dylan Banks, Jamie Walker. If you get it wrong, y'all are going to the back. So basically, Dylan Banks, you're going to the back regardless. All right. TBB had a top 10 finishing streak of how many races in a row earlier this season? A, 11 races, B, 10 races, or C, 9 races?
Oh boy. I'm going to go with, I forget which letter it was, but 10.
You are correct. Dylan Banks, you're going to the back again, brother. I love you, and I'm sorry.
I'm in disbelief.
Well,
that question right there, I figured Cody would know it because he follows the power rankings quite a bit, right? And that was something I highlighted in the power rankings for TBB for many weeks in a row, just how much that number kept growing every week.
Yeah.
So I think Cody thought he'd seen that before or something, seen 10 for sure. So, yep.
Oh,
Banks.
man.
Banks back at the tail end of the field once more.
25 laps to go, and I don't know if I want to be the race leader right now.
You're not safe. You're not safe. You think about it. Banks, he was going to the tail end of the field no matter what there. If Cody Heinzman got the question wrong, well, second, first, and third's going, right? And if he got the question right, he's going to the back. So I don't want to be the leader at all right now. Give me second.
Well, that restart causes us to restart in a different way once again here. Cody Heinzman, Jamie Walker, Taylor, Butcher Benjamin going to be your top three. Gordon Larson going to be restarting from the fourth spot again. And then it's going to be Brian Zimmerman, Larry Bell, Chris Berg, Ty Morosco, Dylan Banks, and Kyle Wellman to round out the top 10. And here we go. Back under the green flag.
I think it's a good launch. Now, Jamie does this time as well. He's going to be able to get down, not have to battle with the 10, maybe.
Oh, boy, that 88's tight. Off the wall goes the 88.
Cody said this car felt lazy. That car looked lazy right there, trying to turn down the hill. It would not cut for him. No, I think we got Van Fleet maybe going around. No, that ain't Van Fleet. Excuse me. What's that?
That would be Kyle Wellman once again.
Oh, the wild man.
Well, you asked the question which one was going to show up earlier. Brother, I think we got our answer.
You definitely do.
Does a good job, though, keeping it under the green flag, righting the ship.
Absolutely. Kudos to him for that.
How many more questions do you have?
We're getting close. We should have enough, but we are getting close. Not really, but
Come on, Kyle. Well, I was going to do the math there.
I can do some. I could, but let's see. 1, 2.
Cody Heinzman, your race leader. Jamie Walker in second. Right behind him, the winner of the Open here tonight, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. The Butcher working his way steadily to the front. The number of drivers who are out of this one continues to grow.
As I'm watching Dylan Banks, he just said thank you to Gordon. He is charging back forward. He's a bull in the china shop right now. I can almost guarantee he's probably seeing red. He's been sent to the back not once but twice here.
Well, right now running in the fifth spot is Banks.
I'm afraid he's going to run out of time. I just think the laps took off so fast for him here, and we see it's really tough to pass. Brian Zimmerman's held that high line great tonight when he's had to. Something happened to Gordon Larson now.
Gordon Larson trying to gather it back up. He's mowing the lawn, but back on track, heading in the right direction. We stay under green.
He was mowing the lawn right there, involuntarily mowing it. And Jamie Walker tracked down our race leader. Sorry, Chris.
No, it's okay. I was going to say top 10 drivers, the only drivers on the track right now, as everybody else, I believe. Yeah, everybody else is sitting on pit road or watching here on YouTube, and we appreciate that. Don't forget, guys, after this all-star race, we go after the flag. Cody Heinzman, your race leader. Jamie Walker trying to find a line that'll get him there. Right now, the gap, though, it's growing. And Ty Morosco having a little bit of a problem. Ty is now mowing the lawn. These guys just don't think the grounds crew are doing a good job is what it is.
They're trying to help him out a little bit. Heinzman, though, currently en route maybe to his 5th win of the season. He's won 4 points paying races since he's been here. Looking to pick up race win number 5. Now, Jamie Walker, though, it's hard to tell if he's catching me. It almost looks stagnant, if not maybe the 51 is stretching it out a little bit just from the eye test. But now we know these eyes. He is, okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
I think Jamie may be a little quicker into the corner, but Heinzman pulls mid-corner out. And that gap, she is getting bigger.
I can physically hear Heinzman shifting. I was trying to listen with Jamie a while ago, couldn't tell. Now, his cockpit said he wasn't shifting, but you can't really always trust that on iRacing when you're riding with him. I was trying to listen and couldn't tell if he was or not. What are you seeing here?
Let's hop in. The 88.
Went down to, he's in fourth here on my screen. I don't think he's shifting.
He is not shifting.
Just riding it out in fourth gear. Now I'm on. Heinzman went down to third.
Yeah.
He went down to third, so there's your difference right there. Cody's just riding on board with the 51. He feels faster just from the way the car sounds and whatnot. And I guess it is faster.
Yeah, he's keeping those RPMs wound right up. He's driving off from that right rear tire right now, and it is working for him. TBB is in third spot. He was battling with Brian Zimmerman, but able to hold station. 2 cars behind him. Former race leader relegated to the rear of the line twice is the 48, Dylan Banks.
It's crazy how life works, because all week he's talked about, I'm not going to be the leader. I'm not getting sent to the back. I don't want to get sent to the back. That's my biggest fear. And he had it not once, but twice tonight.
Colin Kilrow checking in. Yeah, we've heard that tale before.
I'm going to guess he said he hates his car. Let me see. Yep. Well, along those same lines.
Yeah, something like that. 5 laps to go, though, for our race leader, Cody Heinzman. Can one of the rookies pick it up here? He's got 4 laps to go, and it'll be a clean sweep for the 51. Stage 1, stage 2, he's looking for the race win. He's going to have 3 laps to go this time by. You should make him answer a question, and if he gets it wrong, he doesn't win.
Yep. Just like, oh, y'all didn't see the final rule? The leader has to answer the question correctly here at the end, or you don't win. Miss Lori, I have not been able to check the chat as well as I normally can. I see you said my name, so I don't know if I missed something. If I did, I apologize. As we've had a lively chat tonight with Corey out there, Power Fade, Amanda Sherman helping us out, being the executive producer that she is.
White flag is in the air. Cody Heinzman rounds through 1 and 2. On to the backstretch for the final time here tonight. The 51 rolls through 3 and 4, and he has got about a second lead over Jamie Walker, and it is all Cody Heinzman. Stage 1, stage 2, and the checkered flag goes to Cody Heinzman out of TNA.
It was a really, really, really good win, and that shows the 51 has the momentum right now. Hot off the heels of a win last week, backs it up with a win here tonight for the All-Star race. $65 richer.
Jamie Walker, Brian Zimmerman, Dylan Banks, Taylor Butcher Benjamin round out the top 5. Well, I'm pretty sure we got one happy number 51.
As I'm looking forward to after the flag, Chris. We know Dylan Banks, he normally joins us. Our race winner Heinzman, we know he's going to be there. I'm interested to hear what they think about the format from tonight.
Oh.
I feel like Cody's going to like it and Dylan's going to hate it, is what I'm going to go out on and think.
Yeah, I think you might be on something there. Well, I was going to talk to our top 3, but only the top 2 are here. Give Zimmy another minute here, as we got a Polish victory lap going with tires being spun, and oh boy.
I know Zimmy, he's an older fella, and he don't use TeamSpeak often. He may not be able to get in there, but I think he's been in here before. So I think he can.
Yeah, he's definitely been in here before. Let me
Yeah.
see if he happens to be. Yeah, he's in Discord. I'll get him in there. All right.
I'm gonna join too, so I can hear.
All right, Cody, that's enough of you. You and your win. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna mute us in here, and so we're not hearing each other twice. We'll get over to our third place driver. And there we go. Brian Zimmerman, it's Chris and Tanner up in the booth. You got a copy.
I got you, boys. I appreciate you getting me in there. I know it's hard. I don't have that team speak. I can't get it to work, so appreciate y'all working with me.
Well, yeah, we will. And then, hey, you know, it was a really interesting night there for the 28. And I will say, you were one of the very few drivers that looked like that could really make the top side of the track work.
Yeah, I found out early that it really wanted to hook outside early, especially after the rubber got laid down. It was really feeling good out there. I'm surprised Moore didn't try it. I was able to pull some moves on the outside, but you know, Cody had us covered tonight, and also the Dylan Banks. They were both fast. I was out there when I took two. I think I had a shot. I had found out in practice that if I took two, it really loosened the car up. I think I could have held on to that lead if we hadn't have had the old trivia put me in the back. But that is the way the All-Star race goes. So it's all in fun. We had a great time out here tonight. Congratulations to Cody. A lot of really good racing with Jamie tonight. We ran side by side a lot. He raced me really clean. So shout out to Jamie for running such a clean race. I was outside of him a whole lot, and he could have pushed me up multiple times, but he worked the inside really well, and it was fun racing with him.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. Brian, who do you got on the side of that 28 that you need to thank, brother?
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to Tanner Marr and all those guys that we run with every week. I know Tanner's up in the broadcast booth and has been for a while, but we miss him down there at Five Kings. And just shout out to all those boys there and all the sponsors of our league. We appreciate everything that Mark Arthur does, holding this league for us. We have a good time. And we just appreciate you guys up in the booth. Always fun to go back and watch the race the next day. So we'll watch it tomorrow and watch some good racing, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you guys.
All right, Brian, thank you. And yeah, we'll be talking to you at some point other than tonight, I'm sure. Brian Zimmerman, driver of the number 28, getting it done here live for the All-Star race. And now we're going to deafen over here, and we're going to come back over here, and now we're going to talk over here, and we're going to bring up our second place finisher because Tanner got a chance to talk to him.
Mr. Jamie Walker, you're live in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
So, Jamie, a little bit different type of format, type of race, right? You saw leaders go to the back. Now, you were fortunate you remained up towards the front all night long. What do you think you need there towards the end to capitalize and maybe be in victory lane over Cody?
Get some better restarts. I struggled on restarts all night. I could not figure it out. Plus, my car wasn't very good on the short run. I had to get the long run to do anything. So that was my biggest flaw.
It did seem like all night long, it didn't matter who was starting outside row number one. They were basically behind the eight ball. Other than that, Jamie, you still put on a hell of a race for it to be type of gimmick night. You've been on fire as of late. With the playoffs coming, is this the year for the 88?
I'm not going to jinx myself. I'm just going to keep doing what I do, and if it falls my way, it falls my way. If it don't, it don't. I just keep on plugging away, I guess.
Keep on keeping on. Well, Jamie, I appreciate you joining us up in the booth, and want to say congratulations for another podium finish here at BPL. Who do we got to thank for the 88 and the Do crew?
First and foremost, I want to thank all the fans coming out and watching our broadcast and stuff. They can do a lot more other things than they choose to watch us. So big shout out to them, a big thank you. Of course, you guys in the booth, everybody involved with BPL, Mountain Dew crew, and just everybody involved.
Right on, Jamie. Well, congratulations, buddy, and thank you for stopping in here and chatting with us.
Yes, sir. Hopefully we'll talk to you again next week.
Absolutely, buddy.
That is the driver of the number 88. Getting it done here in second spot tonight. It's Jamie Walker, and that is going to leave us with just one more driver to talk to. And, of course, that is our race winner and stage 1 winner and stage 2 winner. And trivia winner of the night, I believe. I'm just going to keep putting winner out there because it is the number 51 driven by Cody Heinzman. Cody, it's Chris and Tanner up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, well, bud, tonight couldn't have gone too much better for you. Stage 1 win, stage 2 win, race win. What else was there?
Did I get the Soul Stealer award? I'm not sure. I did have to go back at one point.
No.
That yeah, I was gonna say that one we haven't given out yet.
Wait, did you get the question incorrect?
No, I think I was the leader. I didn't know what counted for it, so.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, you did not get it.
Well, hey, I tell you what, the trivia was a lot of fun. And I'm not just saying that because the questions I got asked, I got right. But in every single race, it requires a little bit of luck. This just was one where it requires a lot. But I think a big part of that is, making your own luck, putting yourself in the right position. So I think I kind of surprised myself with the speed that I had all night long. But I think it definitely helped kind of making the passes when I needed to, kind of holding on to positions when I needed to. And the trivia just kind of fell the right way.
Well, it sure did, and well, I guess we're going to keep this pretty quick because we got an after the flag to get to. But Cody, who do you have on the side of the 51 that you need to thank?
Well, everyone over at TNA Motorsports, unfortunately there for most of the race, it was just me sitting there alone at the call because Philip got caught up in some stuff, unfortunately. But shout out to the TNA guys. Shout out to everyone who makes the league go round and everyone who contributed to making this event what it turned into tonight, everyone who kind of supported it and whatnot. Shout out to my wife who's always watching, my buddy Chad. I did a burnout all the way around the track to celebrate like he would. And shout out to my grandparents who always watch this after the fact.
Yeah, Chad actually put out a little comment there for you. Nos and Ketchup in Victory Lane tonight with an exclamation point, and you definitely put an exclamation point on the evening. And I guess nothing else needs to be said at this point, Cody. So congratulations once again, and again, we'll probably see you over in after the race.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
That was our race winner, driver of the number 51, getting it done here on All-Star Night. Make sure you guys hang out. About 5 minutes from right now, we're going to go live with After the Flag right here live on True Sim Productions.